Happening now, the fraternity at the center of a now discredited story describing an alleged gang rape that took place inside the fraternity house at the University of Virginia. Well, that frat says it is weighing legal options. This after Virginia police announced they found no evidence to support the allegations detailed in that article. Let's bring our legal panel in today. Dan Shore is with us along with Doug Burns. Both are former prosecutors. So the Phi Kappa Psi house was raked over the coals during this whole thing. Now the police say there's absolutely no evidence that any crime ever took place there. Doug, do they have the opportunity, do they have the right to sue either the magazine or the author of that article?
Well, there's a couple of legal issues that emerge from that. First of all, it's interesting because the supposed males, who it's turned out to be completely false, that were involved weren't really specifically identified, John. One was identified, I recall, as somebody in a small seminar with the person. Another one loosely identified. So if they can't reasonably be identified, then they can't reasonably have been defamed. But where I think you're going is, can the fraternity as an entity bring some type of defamation action? The answer is probably yes. And then real quick, the issue is, are they some type of public figure causing a harder standard?
The fraternity apparently, Dan, issued a release that said it had been recklessly and prejudicially, the article had recklessly and prejudicially thrust the brothers of Phi Kappa Psi into the center of a national debate. I know that some of those fraternity brothers had to move out to hotels and so forth during this controversy because, stuff was being thrown at the fraternity house, windows were being broken. They were scared for their lives, apparently.
And those are the grounds for a lawsuit, as Doug alluded to. The difficulty is showing specific individuals and the harm that they suffered. Now, no doubt that the fraternity went through a tough time here, and they might have a claim. Another tragedy out of this also is that sexual assaults on college campuses are a major problem in this country, and universities have been criticized justly for not doing enough. And this has the potential to undermine actual people who are victimized on college campuses in the future.
Right.
I hope their claims are not taken less seriously because of this incident.
Doug, there were some students at UVA on social media yesterday saying Jackie, the pseudonym for the woman at the center of this article who made the accusations, that she ought to be prosecuted.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, if she makes a false allegation of sexual assault, I mean, my God, of course, then there's sort of the interlocking step of what was actually said to the Rolling Stone reporter and so on. But I agree with you. But I want to amplify Dan's point, which is you have a serious issue that needs to be addressed. You get a false report like this, sets back the movement quite a bit.
Yeah. Somebody yelled fire in a crowded theater.
Boy who cried wolf.
To bad effect. All right. Doug Burns, Dan Shore, thank you both.
My pleasure, John.
Thank you.